welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Kashif, and today is Saturday. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Okay, so the topic of today's video is what is the difference between applied AI engineering versus core AI engineering? Okay, and as an Indian student, which is the one you should pick up, which has more scope? So, this is what we are going to discuss in the video. So, stay till the end, and I hope you'll learn something. So, let's get back to the video. Okay, so guys, I will start with first what is applied AI engineering. Okay, so this is where I'm primarily working in my organization. Okay, so let's say if you're a college student or someone who's looking for an opportunity, right? If you go to an organization, especially in India, one of your expectation from you is that you will be involved in how to create, how not create, how to integrate AI into an existing application or a new application, right? Your expectation will not be like creating a foundational LLM model from scratch. Okay, I'm not saying it's not possible, but this is something which is out of scope from entry-level fresher engineers, right? So most of the time, your expectation would be how you can integrate the existing LLM model via the API into an existing web application or a new web application that a particular organization is creating. Okay, so is there a scope for that? I mean, we are just a AI enabler, right? The answer is absolutely yes. There is a scope for applied AI engineering. What I always feel is if some technology is created or some innovation is created, right? If that is not getting leverage by people, if it is not helping people solving a complex problem or any kind of problem, then what is the point of creating that technology? And here is where you fill the gap. So there comes the applied AI engineering, where you use an existing LLM model, right? You integrate that LLM model via API into an existing application, right? So what is applied AI engineering? In definition, it is using an existing AI model to solve real-world business problem. You are not training a massive model from scratch. Instead, you are integrating AI into application. Of example, is AI chatbots, AI customer support, or AI coding assistant, AI agents, right? So these are some of the use case, AI SaaS products as well. Okay, so I hope I'm very clear what is applied AI engineering and what is the technology you used. You use obviously OpenAI APIs. It can be Anthropic Claude APIs as well. Gemini is a API as well. You use vector database and prompt engineering especially, right? So these are the technologies, and these technology you integrate with some backend frameworks like Node.js, Python, or Java. You can use semantic kernels, right? So these are some technology you use to integrate the existing model into your web, mobile, or any kind of desktop application. So scope is very high. If I give you similar example, someone has created a React library in Facebook. If that React library was never used for creating a website to create to solve problems, right? Then what was the point of creating that React library? So same kind of similar analogy you can use here as well. So for applied AI engineering, you use the existing model in your web application so that that technology can be easily used by people. Okay. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about the core AI skill. Okay. This is something I'm also learning. So I'd like to explain you with very interesting and very simple problem statement. Okay. So let's say that you have an image. Okay. And that image you want to classify whether it's a cat or not a cat. So how will you do that? So one of the ways, thanks to generative AI approaches, that particular image, what you can do is you can base 64 encode that image and send it to OpenAI API along with a system prompt saying that if it is a cat, you return that it is a cat. If it's not a cat, then say it's not a cat, right? Very simple solution. Okay, I mean, even if you are not a machine learning engineer, you can still solve the problem using a generative AI approach. Very simple, very straightforward. But here's the thing. Not every organization is okay with the amount of token that you are consuming, the amount of time that is taking for inferencing. Not every organization is okay that users' data should move out of the device and go to the cloud due to privacy concerns. So here, what we are doing is we are using GPT-4o Mini or GPT-4o in multimodal capability, and we are sending the user's data to the cloud. Is there a better solution for that? Okay. One of the approach to solve this is using the classical machine learning approach, right? I mean, core using the core AI skills, right? So what you can do is instead of relying on the generative AI approach, what you can do is you can create your own CNN model, that is convolutional neural network, right? You can train that model using various labeled data set. And once your model is trained, right? You can host that model in, let's say, Microsoft Azure AI Foundry and expose that endpoint of your model. That endpoint, someone who is a applied AI engineer can use that endpoint for the inferencing. Okay. So you have created a model, you have hosted in Azure AI Foundry, and that endpoint you can give it to some software engineer that he will use it for the image inferencing. And let's say if you don't even want to make a cloud API call at all, right? So what you can do is that existing CNN model, you can convert it into an ONNX format, and you can do inferencing directly on the browser or mobile devices or any kind of edge devices, right? So this is one of the use case for core AI skills. So whether you should become a applied AI engineer or a core AI engineer, right? I mean, it always depends on the use cases, right? It always depends on the company's constraint, right? What companies want. So it's not like I'll become an applied AI engineer or I'll become a core AI engineer. It always depends on the use case. If you're someone who's starting from new, right? I would always recommend that you should start with applied AI engineering, where you kind of use the existing model for inferencing. Once you are comfortable, right, you can then go to your core AI skill where you are not just relying on generative AI, but you are creating your own model, right? So this is what I feel, right? I mean, it's not like you have to become an applied AI engineer or core AI engineer. It's always about the use cases. So that is my opinion, guys. Let me know what is your opinion on this topic, and if you have any opinion or any suggestion or any knowledge, do drop a comment in the comment section. I'll definitely read out. So yeah, I think that's it from today's video, guys. This is Kashif signing off. Take care.